Hey there, internet. Last year for my birthday, I took a trip to Japan to drive this Honda NSX on the Hakone Turnpike. That was an unbelievable and monumentally life-changing experience, but you know, a tiny red Japanese vehicle had an objectively bigger impact on my life. This. This is just some guy's work truck, I don't know, but that's the thing. So is this, and this, and this. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you're aware that these are what are called K-trucks. And I'm also sure that this is probably your first time seeing them actually do work. Not like novelty tiny car, look at me hauling wood in my Miata work, but just actual legit work. It's probably obvious already, but I've never really been into modern mall crawlers and big-ass brodozers, mostly because I still have fully functioning reproductive organs. So I'm gonna be honest, this trip truly changed my thoughts about trucks in general, like as a concept. So obviously, when I got back from Japan, the very first thing I did was buy a truck. You wouldn't believe it, but this is the easy part. You just go online, you go to a website that is literally called carfromjapan.com, you find a truck you like, and you click the I would like to buy this truck button. Then you wire thousands of American US dollars to some random Japanese bank account, and that's it. Since I live in the center of the fucking desert and cargo ships don't come to the Great Salt Lake, I chose to pick up the truck at the port in Tacoma because I felt like the Los Angeles port would be way more busy, and they're both about the same distance away. Now, like I said, that was the easy part. The hard part is that for the next several months, you have to watch your email diligently for extremely detailed government paperwork and import forms with very strict deadlines, and if you mess anything up, they threaten to crush your truck as soon as it arrives on the ship. Also, they don't know when it will arrive on the ship because it's on a ship in the middle of the fucking ocean. How would anyone know when it's going to arrive? So I got a brokerage to help with all the paperwork because I have ADHD. I worked with Gwen at Sound Brokerage and I liked her. She was very nice. Since I don't actually know when the ship will land, it's pretty difficult at this point to make any sort of plan on how I'm going to physically get to Washington to pick up the truck. So I did what I do best with difficult decisions, and I chose not to think about it until the very last moment, which it turns out is this moment right here. I have just gotten the email that the ship is going to land in the next week or so, and I've decided that my best plan is that I fix this broken motorcycle, ride it to Seattle, put it in the back of the K-truck, and then drive home. That's it. That's the plan. I feel like that's a smart plan.
That's wonderful. That's really good and great. Wow, it's really quick reaction time, quick response here. This is great. This is so much fuel. We drained this tank. Okay, I would describe this as not an ideal way to remove the petcock. Like, how is that supposed to go do a fucking 90? Other than on valves with the hose outlet facing down. I think that means the thing we were already doing, which is turning the whole body.
Like that?
Yeah. That's not moving. That's one piece. Oh, it threaded on a lot easier this time. I guess it must have had some swarf in the threads.
It did. It did have some swarf in the threads. And I would love to show you the rest of the process of getting this bike back on the road because I did get it running in time for the trip. But see, here's the thing. The night before I was supposed to leave, I look up one-way plane tickets, just out of curiosity. That shit was $29. So, I took a plane. Okay, so I land in Seattle and immediately have to walk an hour and a half to get to the rental car. Look at the rental car. Look at it. Bro, look at it. That shit's so sick. It was so fire. I've never driven a smart car before. This shit is fire. They're great. We're all missing out. They're incredible. All I really did this day was drive straight back to the Airbnb. I couldn't find any videos from the Airbnb in Seattle, but this is basically what it looks like. Just imagine 12 shoeboxes stacked on top of each other. It's honestly not that important. All I did was sleep here.
The truck has been released!
Okay, so in the morning, I wake up and I start the process of emailing and reaching out to the port and setting up the appointment to go pick up the truck and everything. And during this whole process, it is so readily apparent that they do not give a fuck about your one little truck. Like, they're dealing with like Subaru as a fucking company. You're in the fucking way. That's just how it feels the whole time. And I pull up to this port in a fucking smart car. Well, they are just unloading thousands of brand new cars off this ship, and I'm looking for my tiny little fucking Japanese fucking truck.
About to pick up the
Like,
K truck.
This shit, bro, you're in everyone's way.
And I'm in everyone's way. Bro, look what I'm seeing over there. Look at that bad boy. Oh, that's a bad mama jumper right there, tell you what. And then look, someone else also is picking up. Someone else is picking up a K truck today. It's not just me.
And then it happened. My truck that I bought sight unseen from halfway across, from literally the whole way across the world on the internet, finally rolled out, and I saw it in person for the first time. And I'm not gonna lie, I almost shed a tear. This thing is beautiful. Look at it, it's fucking beautiful.
Okay, at this point, I just gotta follow him.
So here's the current situation. I do not know anything about the history of this truck. I don't know how well it was maintained, I don't know when it was last driven, and I don't know if it'll even be able to make it home safely. Now, I am a lot of things. Impulsive is one of them, but stupid is not. So I found someone on YouTube who can help me finally figure out whether driving this 34-year-old K truck 1,000 miles home is even possible, and our next destination is his house. On the way there, we do a very quick detour just to finish up the last import paperwork that turns this truck from cargo ship cargo into an actual vehicle in the eyes of the government. But once all of the paperwork is finally done, for really real, we are back on the road to OK Garage. This is Kevin. He has both a YouTube channel and real-life repair shop for K-cars called OK Garage. He also has a massive stockpile of basically any part I could ever need for my Subaru Sambar, which may very likely become important later if I know anything about foreshadowing.
You broke it.
Now, I don't know if you noticed, but the truck didn't start right away. In fact, it almost just didn't start at all. And if I sat here and told you that that didn't cause me incredible distress and mental anguish, I would be lying. But Kevin doesn't seem that worried about it. In fact, he seems to think that this truck might be objectively the most beautiful truck that he's ever seen, and he gives me his personal legal guarantee that I will encounter no major issues with the ignition system or distributor.
Plus, unless they really cleaned it up. I mean, this stuff would just be soaked in oil. So yeah, it definitely has some misfights.
Not a sneeze, yeah, I get it.
With the truck dropped off, now I just have 3 or 4 days I need to kill while I wait for Kevin to finish working on it. So I decided to hang around Seattle and do some sightseeing since it's one of my favorite cities. I tried to go to this donut place because it had really good reviews, but they only accepted cash, so I couldn't get one. Then I went to the mall and parked about 150 feet away from this Miata, but didn't see the owner. I tried to go to this concert, but it was sold out, and I thought about visiting probably my favorite restaurant in the entire world, but then I remembered I'm still broke from buying a damn K-truck, so instead I just took a short drive through the Sakura cherry blossoms and went back to the Airbnb to play this very specifically Japanese Assassin's Creed game on my laptop. Speaking of the Airbnb, I actually found a video of it. Look at this shit. It was ridiculous. You thought I was joking when I called it a shoebox? No. It really is a shoebox. Landlords, in Seattle especially, specifically, but also in general, are fucking insane. Anyways, Kevin's done with the truck now. It only took him like 3 or 4 days. And the best part about having a YouTuber work on your truck is that you get little videos.
It's kind of amazing. It made it as far as it did. I couldn't even get it running after we got it off of Scott's trailer. Good news, I did a full ignition tune-up on it. I did new points, new distributor cap, rotor, seal plugs, wires, and she fired right up. So it was a good thing he didn't try to drive this thing from the port, because I don't know how far I would have made it.
So I'm not gonna lie, I have not fully thought through the logistics of how I'm gonna actually pick this truck up, because if I drive there, you know, how am I gonna get the smart car back? So I'm calling an Uber right now. Then I waited for an Uber, and when it arrived, I took the Uber. I think you know how Ubers work. When I arrived at Kevin's, he immediately started walking me through all of the different things that he did on this truck, which was quite a lot. He replaced entire subsystems on this vehicle. But I'm going to be totally transparent with you. This is my first time hearing anything he said. I was so excited just to see the truck again and that it was running and it sounded so good. I couldn't. So
I slipped those other wheels and tires on, and then I just threw in some brand new hubcaps, so at least it looks pretty for the time being. And then the coolant reservoir, the old one was super cloudy and cracky, and the top was actually broken.
These really, really early models, you can only replace one of the shift bushings, so I did the one that you can replace. Suspension is perfect, dude. Like, doesn't feel blown out. Like, you go over some dips, there's a good test dip down there, and this thing, like, I always brace for that bottom out, and it just went... I was like, sick. Okay. So, yeah, I think you got a good one.
So after fully fucking embarrassing myself with how excited I got, I decided to drive to this parking lot and stand in the rain for 25 minutes admiring the truck. Honestly, I just wanted to kind of take in the moment. This was an incredible moment. I felt really good. And I didn't know how long that feeling was going to last, because in the morning, we are leaving for Utah.
It's upside down, but I think that works. We are off, man. We are hitting the road. Okay. I think I've done everything I can do. Okay, we're going this way.
I decided to divide the drive back into two sections, and my goal for today is to make it to Boise, Idaho. Kevin did not think this was a great idea, and he advised me to split the trip up into smaller sections to go easier on the truck, but I really want to get to Boise for reasons that will become apparent later, so I decided to send it. The first limitation we're going to run into is that the K-Truck cannot go on the freeway. Well, it could, but I'm not going to take it on the freeway. So I set my Google Maps to avoid highways, and this is pretty much the route it gave me to get over and around the multiple large mountains in between here in Boise. At this point, Google is estimating that the drive should take around 10 hours, but the second limitation, which I haven't realized yet and will soon figure out, is that any time estimation Google Maps gives me has to be multiplied by 1.5 to 2 times longer than whatever times it shows, because these mountains are really big and the K-Truck is fucking slow. But with these obstacles in mind, the journey has begun.
First gas stop successful. And now we are on the road again with 939 miles remaining. So we are about 40 out of 1,000. Oh man, we're like 4% done. Holy shit. This is gonna be a long fucking drive. Okay, here we go. It's me, Luigi. Probably better if I take the parking brake off, right? Current snack review. These. They're really fucking delicious. They're really carrying the fucking team. Okay, well something fell off or something, I don't know. Could be the gas cap. I was feeling a little weird about
I can't really like quantify that, but it did feel weird. And I would say there's some percentage chance that the gas cap just fell off. I don't know if you can see it right now, but there's like a whole logging port over here, like a whole port for logging. I said that twice. Ah! Jesus fucking Christ. That's so fucking pretty, man. I'm just gonna say it. This is definitely, for sure, the most beautiful section of driving in the entire drive home. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. Come on, baby. Let's go. The truck is struggling a little bit on some of the uphill portions, but it's fine. It's fine. We're just downshifting and we're keeping it moving. It's not that big a deal. And it was definitely worth it because I don't know how you guys feel, but to me, this is definitely the prettiest type of driving. It's like curvy mountain roads and shit. It's great. It's beautiful.
7 south for 17 miles.
That's fucking pretty, man. That's fucking gorgeous. Oh man, I love bridges. I love bridges so much.
At the light, turn left onto North Washington Street.
I just saw a lady get attacked by a bird. I think he tried to steal her food. Okay, so I'm currently holding the window visor on with one hand and driving with the other hand. This is why you have two hands. That's what I always say. Thankfully, I do have some tape, so I can tape it on. So I think it's gonna be the move. Ah!
In 600
Okay,
feet, turn
okay.
left onto US.
Thankfully, we made it here without it falling off. Oh, Jesus. And then boom, I just put this. Dude, that's fucking great. You know what? This can go right here. Low-key, this is kind of perfect. Bro, that's fucking... Bruh. Hey, I'm happy already. Dude, that sounds fucking great for how cheap this thing was. Sick.
In 300 feet, turn left onto Northwest Division Street.
easier when you're going downhill. Okay, so we have a slight problem. So it's been about 100 miles since the last gas station, and it looks like we have about 100 more until the next gas station, and I'm sitting at about a half a tank. My math is not perfect, but that doesn't sound good. So I'm just kind of cruising, I'm chilling, and we're gonna see if we can coast it out, if we can get to the gas station. It's 96 miles to be specific, and I have a half tank, so fingers crossed. Fucking do not want to be stranded out here, that's for sure. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's fucking nothing that way. So fucking here we go. This is where we're at now. Battery on the GoPro is dying, so I'm gonna try to keep it short. Wish me luck. At this point, I have 50 miles until we get to the gas station. Okay, so the speed limit just dropped to 55, which is a good sign. I'm really hoping that there's some sort of gas station up here or something. I see a big sign, but I can't tell what it is. God, I hope it's a gas station. Nope, not a gas station. Fucking God, Jesus Christ. Whew, that was close. Okay, that's diesel. Where's gas? Where's fucking gas? Okay, it's over there.
I used to work for a company called TRC.
Yeah.
They're about this size.
They make a van. Okay, for some reason it didn't want to start, but we're all good now.
if I do say so myself.
It is currently 11 o'clock. We got another probably 3.5 hours, 3 hours left until we get to Boise. About 11 miles outside of Boise. And about to hit the hotel. And then do it all again tomorrow morning. Just got to the hotel in Boise. And I'm gonna go to sleep. Good morning, guys. The hotel kind of sucked, I'm not gonna lie. Someone threw up in the parking lot right next to the K truck, just threw up all over the ground. And the worst part is, took pieces of their car that they had then thrown up on and just left them. I came out to a whole seat just sitting in the fucking parking lot. But anyways, I'm very tired, obviously, because yesterday I think I was in a car for 18 hours. But look, obviously by this point I was too tired to explain why it was so important that I get to Boise, Idaho specifically, but there is a very good reason. I need a morale booster, something to pick up the mood after 18 hours of driving solo stuffed in a small truck. So right now, I am in the parking lot of one of my very favorite places on Earth, the World Center for Birds of Prey. Obviously, I don't have very much time to spend here before we get back on the road, but I could not make this drive without at least stopping to see it.
I want to welcome you guys to the World Center for Birds of Prey. My name is Rachel Daniel. I'm one of the raptor specialists here at the World Center. These birds learned it was way easier.
It was at this moment
that
that
was
he
already
knew.
dead than to hunt for their own food. Yeah, heads up. Over a mile away. That was because you guys could smell my pizza place. If you want to help owls in your own life, one of the best things that you can also do for our owls here is reducing your uses of poisons wherever you can. If you guys do think of questions later, anybody with a name tag will be happy to assist you today.
I'm going to give you a cricket line.
So you can tell it's the second day of the road trip by how the monster cans are increasing in size. Bruh, it's so close. What? It says 8.5 hours on Google Maps, so I'm gonna assume that's gonna be like 12 in real life, but we'll see. My GoPro mount is not working great. It's starting to get all fucking cattywampus and crooked, so I need to figure out a better way to do that. Current snack is the potato chip, pretty tasty. Tasty potato chips. At this point, I have completely filled up both of the SD cards I brought for the GoPro. So my next stop is going to be in Twin Falls, which is only about 150 miles away from Boise, but Google Maps is taking me possibly the worst way. I don't know where the hell it is trying to take me, so I decide after this little portion here, I'm just gonna ignore it. And I drive back towards the freeway and just decide to take the frontage road next to the freeway, so that way, at least if something happens, I'm like closer to civilization, because I don't know where the hell it was trying to make me go. Okay, also, I gotta show you this guy. I was behind this guy for like 100 miles, wearing a fucking cowboy hat on the chopper. It's like a Bon Jovi music video or some shit. It was fire. It was sick. I was really enjoying driving behind this guy.
It sucks that the memory card ran out when it did, because about 2 seconds later at the gas station, a cop pulled in behind me, kind of blocked me in, and I started getting all freaked out. And it turns out he just wanted to talk about the K-truck. Scared the shit out of me though. So went to Walmart, got another memory card. I'm in Twin Falls, which means I think I'm like 4 or 5 hours into driving today. Let me check. Okay, so it's 4:30. I left at like noonish. So we're looking at 4.5 hours of driving so far today, and probably another 10 to 12 before I'm home. Let's fucking go. Man. Oh, come on. Oh. Come on, man, not now. You're almost home. You're so close. So I got some tools and a battery jump starter. We're gonna see if it wants to start. I mean, I guess if nothing else, it picked a convenient place to choose to die. I'm going to get some starting fluid and yeah, see if the starting fluid helps me diagnose anything.
Okay, so shout out to the O'Reilly Auto Parts worker because he was super helpful. He even offered to let me use like his personal tools, like out of his truck, which obviously I'm not going to need to do because I just bought brand new tools from Walmart like 12 minutes ago.
Okay.
So originally I thought this might be a fuel issue causing the truck to run really shitty and die on me. But since starter fluid makes the truck die, now I'm thinking it's probably an ignition issue. So I decide to pull the spark plugs and see if I can learn anything from that.
Okay. That's pretty... Oh God. Bro, you gotta be joking. What the fuck? Dog, I just bought this. It's brand fucking new. I just bought this. God damn it. Are you joking? Are you kidding me?
What the fuck? That's crazy. God damn it. Hopefully it's loose enough that I can do this. Oh yeah, dude. Look at that. Now I'm no expert, but that looks pretty foul to me. Hopefully they have some at O'Reilly's over there. Nice GTR. Hopefully they have some at the O'Reilly's. And I'm gonna see if they'll let me borrow a fucking wrench, because that's ridiculous, bro. It didn't even last one turn. That's crazy. That's what it's supposed to look like right there. Let's try that. We're gonna see if it'll stay running long enough to get to that parking lot over there, because it wouldn't before. It does feel better. Giving it some gas. Just keep running like this, baby. Okay, man. I feel like maybe that fixed it, but the only way to know is gonna be to like go for a drive. I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of funny when people say like, oh, nice truck, but it's currently broken. Okay. Starts right up, bro. No issues. Hell yeah. So now we're just gonna go to Walmart and return that fucking busted ass wrench. Guess it's not a wrench, the busted ass fucking ratchet that was super handy in theory. The problem is just that in practice it exploded, which is not what they're meant to do. But I think that fixed it. I'm giving it a little juice. And I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna go kind of far away from like all the action. That way, if it doesn't start, it's easier to push it. Now, I am going to go to Home Depot because it's getting late and Harbor Freight is closed, and I'm gonna go to Home Depot and get a quick toolkit because that's not a good noise. After that, I'm going to get some food. If I can do all of that without any issues, then I'm gonna try to go home. Dude, this is totally gonna work. I'm totally gonna get home. This is totally gonna work. It's not a good sound for the turn signals to make. I'm just sorry. Now I'm trying to figure out why the fucking turn signal's making that noise. Do you hear that? Because the turn signal's just like, that's what it sounds like. That can't be right. This thing's running fucking great. Bro, before I couldn't even get it. Why would it be doing that? The headlights are working, I can see them. I guess I did have my brights on. Yeah, weird. So when you have your brights on and you hit the turn signal, it makes a squelking noise. I'm gonna call it a squelk. It's more of a squirk actually, because it's like a up there. There's the Home Depot. Dude, this thing's running fucking great now. I think it's fixed. Now, I was about to make a very stupid mistake, which is to say I almost left without getting an extra set of plugs. But thankfully, OK Garage reminded me that that's a good idea. Because we know if it did it once, it's gonna do it again. It's just a matter of whether I make it home before it starts having problems.
Okay, I'm gonna go in Home Depot, get a hopefully a mechanic tool set that won't instantly explode in my hands as soon as I go to use it, and we'll work from there. Okay, truck started up. Now we're just gonna do a very quick jaunt over to Taco Bell. Oh baby. Dude, hell yeah. Now the next question is, do I want to take the freeway or the back roads? Low-key, kind of vibing with the back roads. They do take twice as long, but the thing is, it's gonna take twice as long because I'm going slow. Getting on the freeway doesn't change that. I'm still going slow. They don't know that it was just broken down in that parking lot over there. I don't know, man. I have sockets and a screwdriver. Fucking, if it gives me any more problems, I guess, you know, I guess time will tell. I think I am gonna just use the freeway and just go slow as shit. I don't know, man. I really gotta check on the freeway. It says 3 hours, 12 minutes. Okay, now let me check avoid highways. 5 hours and 43 minutes. Bro, I gotta go on the freeway. Okay, not gonna lie, that was a pretty sketchy move. I don't know when the battery died, but the battery died on the GoPro going 60 miles an hour. The speed limit here is 80, so like that's not fast enough, bro. But we're cruising, man, we're chilling. I am going a little fast. I don't like to go this fast. Maybe I will get off the freeway and go back to the local roads. It was a lot more chill than this, man. Like, it was a lot less concern for my well-being. Bro, why is there lettuce in my fucking bean and cheese burrito? I'm like a lot of lettuce too. Like, I just bit, there was like a whole fucking chunk. Bro, God, dude, I'm so fucking hungry. Beans and rice, bro. Why are there other ingredients in this bitch? Man, I'm so glad that this truck broke down right where it did, because if it would have broken in the middle of that fucking 100-mile, 200-mile stretch with no gas, okay, man, there's too much fucking lettuce in this burrito. This is weird. And there's no rice. Still, no rice. Just make it home. That's all we gotta do. Just make it home. Man, I wonder how many kilometers until I get home. I'm pretty sure someone just put on Google Maps that there's a stalled vehicle ahead, and I think they're talking about me. That's fucked up. So I kind of feel like I might have a cop right behind me, because this dude is like in an Explorer, a white Explorer, right? But I don't know if it's a cop. But he's like tailgating me super close. Look at that bitch. Troubles will come. They will pass. I'm flooring it. We're only going 80 kilometers an hour, which like isn't even a problem. The speed limit's 80 and I'm going 80 logically. Bro, starts right up. Come on.
god, I fucking made it. Holy shit. Fuck, man. Finally fucking made it. This trip took 32 hours. In a normal car, it probably would have taken 12. I don't know. But I didn't buy this truck to do freeway miles. I bought it to do truck shit. And oh boy, have I done truck shit. I've been doing truck shit. I helped a friend move. I picked up a baby goat. Helped another friend. Well, it was the same friend. I helped the same friend move twice. So, was it worth it? The paperwork, the money, the driving, almost dying in fucking Twin Falls, Idaho. Yeah, no, it was definitely worth it. This truck has replaced my daily driver. I've driven this thing almost every day since I got it. And yeah, it's a little rough around the edges, but it's a work truck, and that's what they're supposed to be. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Peace.